On the morning of Wednesday, April 17, 2024, I went to the Central Luzon State University. I was picked up by Patricia and King and Kuya Delphine, who was the assigned driver for the vehicle of the university. Patricia and King are faculty members of the university under the Department of English and Humanities. I traveled with them in the same vehicle with John Toledo, the translator of Six Saturdays of Beyblade, which is a book written originally in Filipino by F.P. Harin. John translated the book to English, and it's been published by Penguin Random House C. John and I have actually never met in person before, although we have been Facebook friends for several months already, and it was so nice to meet him finally. John and I were invited by Patricia to speak at their ongoing lecture series for literature. Information about this lecture series is available on the official Facebook page of the department, and I will link it down below. Central Luzon State University is in the province of Nueva Ecija, which is about a 3 to 4 hour drive from Quezon City in Metro Manila. We took the North Luzon Expressway, and this is the same expressway I traveled through when I went to Baguio City last October. I will link that video down below. But it was a nice sunny morning, so for now let me just show you what I saw. Ride along with us while listening to some nice music. And finally, here we are entering the gate of the Central Luzon State University. We first dropped by the president's office, and that's King and Patricia over there. We met the president of the university, Dr. Evaristo Abella. He was very gracious and he gave us his official business card. At the president's office, we were also met by the chair of the Department of English and Humanities, Dr. Mercedita Reyes, and several faculty members. And John and I were given this very nice lei and a gift bag. And then after that, we went back to the vehicle to go to where lunch has been prepared for us by the department. Walking in front of me is Patricia once again and John Toledo. By this time, it was 11 o'clock in the morning and the sun is so bright, I could barely see the display of my watch, but I hope you can see it anyway. The office of the Department of English and Humanities is under the College of Arts and Social Sciences, and this is their building. At the department, we met the rest of the people and we had a wonderful lunch. We had tilapia ice cream for dessert. Tilapia is also known as St. Peter's fish. It's a freshwater fish, but the university found a way to use the fish for ice cream. They have this patented technology that completely removes the smell of fish and the taste of fish while keeping everything else that was good and nutritious and healthy about the fish. Patricia and King told us about this during the drive, but I could not imagine how it tasted. Turns out it tasted really nice. The classic flavor is vanilla, and this tastes like vanilla to me. although John said it also tasted a little like yema. Yema is a sweet confectionery in our country made of egg yolks, and it is very close to custard. And it also kind of tasted like yema, but all in all, this ice cream is very nice. The flakes from the fish meat are still here, mixed in with the rest of the ice cream ingredients. I could feel them inside my mouth. I think it's very interesting and it tastes very, very good. After lunch, we just walked across the road to this other building right here. This is where the office of the Vice President for Academic Affairs is. And here's the conference room that we stayed in to rest for a little bit before the event was scheduled to begin. We also met the Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Ravelina Velasco, and she gave John and me this wonderful pen holder made of leather from Carabao. Carabao is water buffalo in the Philippines. I think this pen holder is very nicely done. The vice president gave me the black pen holder and she gave John the same pen holder but in a different color. Shortly after 1 o'clock, we went to the actual venue, which was in the same building. It was actually just across the hall. People have already arrived and more people were arriving. These are students and faculty and staff of the university. We sat at the front row, John and me and Patricia and the other members of the department. And there is this awesome LED wall. That is not a projected video, that is really an LED wall. As usual, I have my script for my lecture, which is also a guide for the accompanying slide deck. I printed 2 copies, but the technician of the LED wall gave me a clicker so that I can operate the slide myself. So I did not need to give the second copy of my script to anyone. My lecture was about the importance and process of writing historical fiction. I am quite impressed with this venue, this theater, with the department, and with the university as a whole. This afternoon's event has a live stream on the official Facebook page of the department, and I will link the live stream down below. But for now, let me just share some video snippets of the event.
Mr. John Laymar Toledo, Ms. Marianne Moll, and Ms. Evelita Cara Alamani, good afternoon. To Professor Janet O. Saturno, the University.
Let us indeed help in amplifying the echoes of literature. All right? And at this point, let us call on for an inspirational message, the ever-supportive and vibrant Director of the University Gender and Development Office, Professor Janet O. Saturno.
And triumphs. Today, we delve into the profound realm of literature, exploring its ability to echo the diverse voices and experiences that shape our world.
We do have some installments of lectures every Monday. And next week we will have, once again, a video lecture series by our faculty scholars in the department.
Speaker. John Laymar C. Toledo is an emerging author, translator, and creative non-fictionist in the Philippines. He is the translator of Ferdinand Tisigan Harin's 6 Saturdays of Beyblade.
This book that I'm holding right now is a product of pandemic writing. In fact, I did not imagine myself to be standing in front of you today and talking about this book. But I hope that your university and the students who are here today, literature majors, English majors, will be inspired. No? I also began
4 books from 2001 to 2014. Her short story, At Merienda, won third prize in the 2005 Don Carlos Palanca Memorial Awards for Literature, and her other short stories have also been included in anthologies in the Philippines and abroad. In 2002, she was a fellow for both the Dumaguete and the University of San.
At this point, I delivered my own lecture, so of course I could not film myself, but after my lecture, we had a spoken word performance.
But let me say I'm sorry as him if I do not aspire to hold the engineer's blueprint with no dreams of pursuing medicine or learning artisting. And
So for our last speaker this afternoon, Miss Evelita Cara Alamani is an instructor at the Department of English and Humanities, College of Arts and Social Sciences, Central Luzon State University. She finished her baccalaureate degree
A time when reading popular fiction was considered an addictive and destructive activity. It was considered addictive and destructive because it is said to make people refuse to face reality.
So those were the 3 lectures for the afternoon by John, myself, and Evelyn, who was also a faculty member of the university. After our respective lectures, the 3 of us sat in front for the open forum, which I found really exciting. The questions of the students and the faculty were very thought-provoking and shows their level of insight and critical thinking. And several of the students are actually writers and aspiring writers. I was only too glad to answer their questions, and I sincerely hope I was helpful.
On the topic Unveiling the Gender Dynamics in Popular Fiction, a Chick Lit Perspective in the Contemporary Echoes Literature Lecture Series held on April 17, 2024 at Central Luzon State University. Can you please join in, Ms. Patricia Ann? Contemporary Echoes. Anything to us. You will be doing.
John donated 2 copies of the book he translated to the department. That is something I did not think of doing. I was such a doofus, but I will send 2 copies to the department. And here is my certificate. And then there was the taking of the group photos. This was my POV when our group photo was taken in the front. And here was my POV when the photographers were taking the group photo with the entire audience. And then, to end the event, we had the closing remarks from the head of the Department of English and Humanities. Once again, here is Dr. Mercedita Reyes.
Our lecture series, and this year we tried to hybridize. We have the online edition, the online and the in-person, which we are attending today.
We were also given this other goodie bag that was quite heavy. It is chock full of stuff. The event ended shortly before 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and Patricia and Kuya Delphine took us for a drive around the campus. I think it's a very, very nice campus, so ride along with us. There are so many trees. In this ongoing heat wave, the university doesn't suffer as much, largely because of the trees. There's also housing inside the campus for some staff members, as well as professors and university executives. The names of the professors are placed on the front of their houses, but I don't think they are readable in this video. But we were joking in the car that maybe the purpose of that is so that the professors won't be able to escape from their students when the student wants something from them, like an appeal for a second chance not to fail a course. But some houses are not inhabited, like these ones. The university just celebrated its 100th foundation anniversary. It was built during the American Commonwealth period in the Philippines. There also was a hospital right on campus, and it's that white building over there. Now, the tour stopped here, and I was already kind of running out of battery on my camera. But Kuya Delphine drove John and I back to Quezon City, and when I got home, I was finally able to look through the goodie bags. Inside the green bag, there's a macaroons made with fresh Carabao's milk and a pack of Sylvanas. This is chocolate milk and milk that is fruit flavored. And here is full cream milk. There's also polvoron and pastillas de leche. These products are all made with Carabao milk or water buffalo milk made by PCC, which is right inside the university campus. And they also threw in a pack of these tilapia oatmeal cookies made by Dairies, which is the same organization that made the tilapia ice cream. This is very intriguing. Inside the white goodie bag, there is this gift wrapped box. Inside it is a pen and a brochure about the university and a dot grid notebook. Very nice. There was also a folding fan, which I was so glad to have. I super need this so badly in this heat wave. It can be folded up and placed inside its own little carrying case like this. Everything, all of these items make me so happy, and the event made me so happy. I'm so grateful that I was invited. It was very much worth the long travel time. I had stage fright as usual, and I'm always rattled during the open forum because I no longer had a script, and my script is my crutch so that I don't make a fool of myself. But it is a credit to everyone who was in this event that I made it through in the state that I was in. Again, the live stream is still up. You can watch it. The link will be in the description box.